About to make a little coffee. So I preheated my water. And I also want to show you a little hack. It's a good deal of hack. I don't know. All right, so I'll pour my hot water in. I'm gonna put the grinds in. So let me just sit that over here. I got a little too much water in here, to be honest with you, because I have a little water showing in my basket. And so I preheated the water in my water kettle. And I'm only do 2 scoops. Now Mocha tells you to wipe off whatever falls right there like that. Let's make some coffee. I want it on low, and I want just the center. Just the center. All right. So let me get my chair, and we'll chop it up. I might have to put the flame a little higher because I snuffed it out. Yeah, how about that? Got a really nice little coffee cup. That's for sous chef. But I'm going to use it for this application today. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I need to get a little water because I still need to do my 20-mile bike ride. But I want to show you something that I think is really cool. How you like that? So my homeboy on the phone right now talking to another one of his friends, and I had to leave the conversation so I could shoot this video. Let me check this flame. So, oh man, we're almost close to extraction as well. There we go. So they say cut it down. Let me cut the heat down a little bit. Show you. It's about to spit. Let me get ready to close it. You know, that's what y'all want to see, huh? Today is a beautiful day. And we're gonna have a nice cup. But I want to show you this. So I got the can, the 10-ounce can, for like $9. But then this 10-ounce brick is $6. So you just save your can and dump your brick in the can. So just a little something to keep in mind. All right, I'm gonna call that done. And so I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, and day before yesterday, and he was telling me about some donuts. So I wound up walking to get some donuts for the old lady, of course. And I ended up getting some for me. Messed my sugar all up. Well, last night, me and Sous Chef went to Walmart, and I bought some of these. And as you could tell from the bag, last night was not a good night. Balete. Now, most of the time I drink from my mocha pot. I don't put any cream and sugar in my brew. I enjoy coffee black. I enjoy espresso black. And I also like it hot. So, just fly. Now, I'm going to tell you, that coffee is too hot to drink, but it has amazing flavor. Has amazing flavor. So, I bought these little donuts. When I was a little kid, we used to eat the ones that was white. And then at some point, they made the chocolate ones. We started eating them. I'm trying to enjoy this banana before I ride. But today is so beautiful out. It's so beautiful out. Yeah, I'm right here, bro. It's so beautiful out. Yeah, I think he's just feeling good, and when he's feeling good, you know, how I go, looking good, Billy Ray, feeling good, Louis, you know. Yes. So the fellas on the other line talking, and one of them is in a good mood, But I'm out here, and it's a beautiful day. The weather is perfect. The wind was blowing a little bit more earlier. The birds are flying. Morning dove. I saw a cardinal. I haven't saw any blue jays yet, but the morning doves are all over. One just flew past just now. But I just wanted to hop on and do a coffee time and basically just talk about I don't know. What are we talking about for coffee time? let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about support. You know, let's talk about support. Since the accident, I've been having a lot of people that say encouraging things. Um, when I got hurt and had to retire, I had a lot of support from family and friends. A few of the guys at work, you know, they called me, and honestly, like I struggle sometimes answering the phone because I didn't finish how I wanted to finish. So in some ways, I feel ashamed. I feel unfulfilled. So, but I did get support from a few of them. Some of them just living life. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not easy to support somebody, whether you love them or not. And if you're getting support from anybody, just know that they're rare. They're rare because it's hard to support people. But when you're getting support from somebody, it's rare. So appreciate them, you know, because they don't have to support you. And I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about support. Support is a plethora of things. I remember when I hurt my ankle, it seemed like every week my mom went to Walgreens and bought me an ankle brace. I got like 60 ankle braces. You know, she bought me an ankle brace every week for like 3 months. I was like, I got too many, man. I'm good. Thank you. But she was just trying to support me. She saw the ankle brace, she saw her son, and she was like, that's what he needs. And I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate that. I remember tell you a funny story, man. I was freezing on the bike trail, freezing. And biker bought me some shorts, tri shorts, and some gloves. He ain't had to do that. Support, you know. Chef always cooking, and she's like, hey, come over and eat. That's support, you know. So sometimes we take for granted things. City Boy, one day I was by Chef House, and City Boy was like, hey, man. And he threw me a few $100. And I'm like, I'm the big brother, to myself. I'm like, I'm the big brother. And I said, look at my little brother, man. Look at my baby brother. Look at my baby brother being a big brother. That's support. I'm going to tell you a way we support people the most. I'm going to tell you a way we support people the most. When you answer your phone, when it rings and you talk to that person, that is the greatest support. I'll tell you what happened to me recently. One of my homeboys called, and he was fussing at me. He was fussing at me. So we got past that. And then he told me he wasn't feeling good. Now think about it. He wasn't feeling good. And we so close, he knew I would answer the phone and make him feel better. Me answering the phone, I didn't know what was up. Hang on one second, Jay. I didn't know what was up. All right. I didn't know what was going on with him. I didn't know what was going on with him. But he called me. He fussed at me, which we started talking. And then that's when I found out he wasn't feeling good. And it just made me wonder, like, man, this dude really knew I was going to be there for him. So when you answer your phone and you talk to a person, whether they're elderly, whether they're annoying, whether they're your least favorite person or not, you're supporting them. And honestly, that's what we need. We need more support. So don't discount the support that phone brings. One of the things that I remember the most about my mother, she was always giving some of these folks that would call her advice. Always. And I was like, man, you need your own talk show. Because she was always giving advice. But that was her gift, supporting people, encouraging people. And she's good at it. She's really good at it. I'll show you the little cross cut. Don't buy these things, man. Especially if you got that sugar. Bag didn't make it, man. I hadn't had that in 15 years, though. It was excellent. But don't think for 1 second that you can't help a person, You can't support a person. You can. The phone is the freest way. Your time is the most valuable way you can support a person. And I'm thankful for everybody in my life who have supported me. I have so many people supporting me. And I have so many people that are there. And so this is what I want you to do. Make a list of everybody who has and who is supporting you. And then call them up, get them a card, make them a card, and let them know, I just want to say thank you for supporting me. And they might not even know how they're supporting you. They might not even realize that what they're doing is supporting you. They may not realize what they're going through is supporting you. So that's all I wanted to say for coffee time today. Figure out who's supporting you and let them know thank you. And make sure you're supporting somebody. Because we're in this together, And we all need support at the end of the day. We all need it. We all need it. And just remember that supporting a person don't cost $1, but it will cost the most valuable commodity we have, our time. It will cost that, guarantee you that. Supporting somebody will cost time. And that's why support is so valuable. That's why. That's why it's so valuable, because it's not free. And I just want to say this because I kind of need to say this. When it comes down to you, the viewer, spending your time watching the content creator, as they say, that's support. That's support. And if it wouldn't be for you, the viewer, it would just be a picture or a video in a person's phone or on their camera. So you supporting the person is valuable, And that's one of the things I really appreciate about how I approached YouTube with the viewer in mind. I never asked anybody to subscribe. All I ask you to do is comment. So for everybody, I think right now, 783 souls that have subscribed, I appreciate y'all very much. I really do. And to the ones that just watched the content but who hadn't subscribed, I appreciate you very much too. To the people that comment in the videos, I appreciate you too. Because it's support. It really is. It's support. And my goal for my family's YouTube page, pawsandplaynola, was just to record a piece of our life every day. Now, sometimes the girls, they fight back. First lady fight back. Sous chef fight back. They don't want to be on camera. That's okay. But the point I'm making is we started this with no strings attached. And we're going to continue to keep it no strings attached. You don't see a Patreon on my page, a Cash App, a Zelle, a Snapchat, a Ring. You don't see none of that on the page, because it's not about that. We're not asking for anything except comment on the video. My whole theory was, in my area of the world, when we go to a restaurant and we get served, regardless of how good the service is or not, we should tip. So I feel with the YouTube channel, if you like the content, you know what to do. If you don't like the content, you know what to do, So that's kind of where I'm at as far as that. But my homeboy Bad Cook, he like, look, man, you need to remind the people to, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's not what I want to do. And he always tell me, man, I'm so amazed that you got all these folks watching the page and you ain't never asked one of them to, And it's like, that's how I want it. I want it to stay pure and innocent, and I want it to be organic. So for the folks that have subscribed unsolicited, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't want to not acknowledge that, because I do want folks to subscribe. I just don't want to force them to subscribe, if that makes sense. I don't think that that's healthy. But support goes in a lot of ways, On Strava, I have so many of the athletes that I used to see on the trail, you know, checking on me, supporting me. And I really appreciate that. You know, they'll send me pictures. They'll send me pictures, you know, of the levee, the route. And I really appreciate that because I'm right there with them, you know, doing what we love. My mentor, my cycling mentor, him and a bunch just did 100 miles, man. I was fired up, man. I was so fired up. I wanted to hop on a bike real bad and just go. But you know how that go. I got to settle for 20. So I'm about to end this coffee time. I appreciate you joining. I'm also going to be shooting some of the podcasts, Pause and Play NOLA podcasts across the river. I'm going to try to shoot a few episodes. I'm just trying to line up a few interviews in a few of the episodes, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I really enjoy the podcast too. Me getting hurt kind of, well, drastically changed the podcast. But I'm still working on trying to keep the vision where I originally wanted it. Because I don't want to sit down and talk. I want to do stuff and talk. I think that's what the podcast, that's the whole concept for the podcast. So anyway, I'm going to jump on this bike and ride 20. And I'll see you at the next video. So thanks for supporting Pause and Play NOLA. Thanks for supporting Resonating Creations, Shez Cuddy Fam 1, Bat Cook 81, Shots, Pranks, Pours, NOLA on all of the platforms we're on. And I want to say I appreciate y'all's support very much, but don't forget to let the people that are supporting you know you appreciate them. All right? Y'all have a good day, and y'all come back now, you hear?